Do, 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 do. All right, I'm turning that down. And it gets late. Hey! We are back with more of the Darkest Files. No, my history exam. It's true though. The first ever test I failed was also history. It still sticks with me. It was Egyptians and Mesopotamians. You can ask me any question about them. I have no fucking clue. Um, yeah, I'm really bad at history, guys, but I'm really good at being a detective. So we're gonna put our thinking heels on and we're gonna get right into it. First ever test I failed was chemistry. I was okay at chemistry. Science. So history was my worst subject. Then there was geography. That was my other worst one. I got a 49 in grade 10. My first ever test I failed was in grade 5. And that was the history test. Um, and I was so upset with myself. Like I went home crying and my mom was like, oh, like I don't care. I had a shit teacher who made fun of me instead of teaching me. Oh, damn. See, I don't understand how these people become teachers. I really don't. Oh, I forgot to make it. Oh, my alarm went off. I already took my pill, guys. Don't you worry, because I knew I was starting at 3. Let me fix my chat real quick, because it's not supposed to disappear. I keep forgetting to do that. There we go. But yeah, I don't understand how these people become teachers if all they do is fail you and then get mad at a kid, like have beef with a child. Imagine having beef with a child. See, I have beef with children, but not like one specific child, like the whole populace, really. But I don't like take it out on one specific child. That's not my job. Okay. She's still there? Was at my old high school and I saw her in the hallway. Oh my god, you should have drop kicked her. If you send me the address, I'll drop kick her for you. She won't know who I am. Don't you worry. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry you had to relive that. I really am. That is not okay. Anywho, I am going to switch it over here. Whee! And put on... I'm gonna have it on desktop audio. Oh, okay. My VTuber model is gone. Hold the friggy phone, guys. She was such a slow walker in the hallway too, and I didn't want to pass her because she still see me. Okay, what if you dress up as an old man? You know, you have your walker and everything, and then you just like drop kick her and you pretend that you just like tripped. I think you would get away with it. Like tag you're it, essentially. And then yeah, you yell tag you're it, and then you just run. You run away, and she's like, wow, this old man with a walker just drop kicked me, yelled tag, and then threw the walker away and fucking bolted. And she'll think about that for the rest of her life. And I think that's something you should do. She will. I mean, I would think about it for the rest of my life. Can you imagine? I feel like you should do her the honor. Okay, hold on. I just need to make sure this is up and going. Okay. Is it gonna work? There we go. Hi! Okay. All fixed. All good in the hood. Just like I think about how she threw stuff at me in high school for the rest of my life. Like, seriously. It's pathetic to have beef with a child. I can never fathom it. Because, like, imagine living with yourself. Because you got angry at a child for not understanding the world. Not only that, but they're looking to you to support them and help them figure out the world. And all you know is mean girl, and you're stuck in your high school phase that you even teach there because you can't leave. Anyways, We are going to continue. So last time I crashed like right when I was coming up with a lead here. I can now finish my theory. What is that noise? What? I didn't finish my theory. Is it raining? What's that noise?
Esther Katz?
Essie, it's good to hear your voice. I hope I'm not disturbing you.
My dad.
I didn't like how we ended our last conversation. I know your mother's little
That is
parties
so
are hard
fucking
enough on you
immature.
already.
I'm so sorry
I
you
shouldn't
deal with
have
that.
brought up your work in the first place. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
There was teachers like that at my high school, but luckily I never had them. Nor did I pay enough attention to care.
Thank you, Father, but why does Bauer make you so angry in the first place?
Oh my god.
Esther, you couldn't possibly understand all of it.
Yeah, your high school is
Nor
crazy.
can he.
The stories from your high
He
school are
wasn't
crazy.
here when it all happens. He didn't see it for himself, live it. He says we should have done more, while he's the one who deserted. For me, it was never a choice to leave. But how should he understand it? His kind never really felt at home anywhere. And now he leads this self-righteous inquisition.
Is that better?
It's hard to stomach. With that said,
Ah.
I'm calling because of a different matter. It's close, isn't it? Your first trial?
I think I've
La la
got
ba
it.
ba 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 ba.
That's my essay. But a word
Okay.
of advice. Do be careful. I've seen many prosecutors stumble at the finish line. One wrong detail is all it takes for a case to collapse.
Thank you, Father.
But Esther, after the trial, I'm sorry, but please remember what we've talked about. It's not too late to leave. Nobody would think less of you.
I would like to see this through, Dad.
I see.
There's something I need to tell you. I just received a threat letter.
Was it you?
That's much earlier than I'd have expected.
What?
I knew Bauer wasn't a good idea.
This isn't about Bauer.
Right. It's not about his and, by extension, your work upsetting the public.
Sorry, I'm
None
eating
of this would have
shoestrings.
happened
Nom, nom,
with
nom, nom, nom.
Bergman, Kranich and Partners.
Can we please, for once, not talk about your friend's law firm?
You're right. But this is just exactly the thing I was afraid could happen. But so much earlier than I thought it would.
Earlier? So you expected this to happen?
At some point, yes, of course. We all, or most of us at least, do. When it comes to the really bad cases. Especially in that team of Bauers. I knew it was a bad idea.
What should I do? What can I do?
Nothing to do, I'm afraid. You can report it to the police, but they won't probably be of much help. It's just a letter. A horrible one, but still, it's just paper. And some ink, I suppose. Nobody would dare to actually act against a public prosecutor. We are civilized.
No, I doubt that.
I suppose you're right.
You need a thick skin in this line of work. And you have it, don't worry. As for the letter, try not to think about it, as hard as it seems. Personally, I used mine as kindling for the fireplace. No point in holding on to trash. This way, it was at least somewhat useful.
No, I'm gonna keep it.
Well,
So I can
better
analyze
get
the
going now.
handwriting.
Still lots of work to do before the big day.
I understand.
I'm gonna go
always
nap
here
while
for
the
you
stream
and
open.
also
Thank you. Enjoy
good
your nap.
luck, Prosecutor Katz.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not done my thing. So. Thank you. Okay, so Mr. Schwartz, stepped into the hallway where Schickert and Kiebitz were waiting. District Leader Schwarz gave the order to execute the insurgent. Mr. Fultman and District Leader Schwarz stepped out in the hallway. Mr. Schwarz gave the order for execution. The district leader gave the order for execution. Yeah, so I still think that's him. And I still think it's like this. Here's where things falter, though. Feltman ordered to follow him into the compartment where Mr. Noman was held captive. Yeah, ordered him. Mr. Feltman ordered Mr. Schickard and me to follow him into the compartment. Mr. Kiebitz, Mr. Schickard and me walked to the cellar compartment where the suspect was held captive. So this still adds up. I saw Mr. Noman bent by age and refused to follow the order. Mr. Feltman saw the victim and refused the order to go through with the execution. Mr. Feltman told me to shoot the suspect, but I resisted, saying the man was clearly innocent. I doubt that. I highly doubt that. In response to my rebuttals, Mr. Schickard insisted... No, wait. Shores and Kiebitz. I think Kiebitz should... Maybe he is in here. I don't know, but... In response to my rebuttals, Mr. Schickard insisted on the punishment of treason and threatened to call the Gestapo. Mr. Feltman would not listen to this and threatened me with the Gestapo. Mr. Schickard insisted the order of a high-ranking member must be followed and threatened Mr. Feltman to report him to the Gestapo. I left to convince the district leader of the suspect's innocence. Walking down the hallway, I heard gunshots. Mr. Schickard shot the victim, and Mr. Kiebitz confirmed it. Schickard's carried out the order and shot Mr. Noman against Mr. Feltman's will. I saw it with my own eyes. I left the compartment into the hallway where I ran into Mr. Kiebitz. He entered the cell, and I heard gunshots. He shot the victim. Kiebitz shot... See, there's no reason why Kiebitz would have to shoot, though. There's no reason. And also, his gun doesn't match the death report. Like the autopsy thing. He was killed by a 7.65 millimeter Browning caliber gunshot to the forehead at close range. It was at close range, so it would have been right next to him, but Kiebitz was at the doorway, is what Schickard was saying. So I definitely think Schickard killed him, but I have to determine whether Kiebitz was in the room or not. Because that I can't tell. No, this one is just laws. No one propagates, no. And this is Schwartz. I remember my esteemed colleague Alfred Feltman, group leader of the local group I tasked with catching the criminal, came to my office. He told me they got the traitor and gave his report from the arrest so that I could issue the official documents. I went together with Mr. Feltman out into the hallway. With crimes of this severity, I always give the same order, the order to execute. I then told my driver to come with me to my office. The others went to the prisoner to carry out my orders requested. There was already unrest in the country because of the Americans who were just floating like flies. I wanted to set up an alternative route with my driver to avoid these Americans and still make it to my important appointments. Shortly thereafter, there was already a polite knock at the door. Group leader Feltman reported me to the insurgent that the insurgent had been successfully executed. Yeah, I definitely think by the end he comes back. He's in here for a bit. And then I assume probably in the hallway at this point. God, I don't know. I can't tell where Kiebitz was during all of this. Unless he was in the hallway at this point. So if I play it through, gives order, Kibitz goes into the office. Those two go over there. But he defies the order. And then he threatens him. And shoots. What did it say in the one note? Driver came to the office. The others went to the prisoner. I wanted to set up an alternative route with my driver to avoid and still make my important document. Shortly thereafter, there was already a polite knock at the door, and the group leader Faltman reported to me that the insurgent had been successfully executed. So, okay, if he saw everything, ordered Mr. Shirker and me to follow him into the compartment where Mr. Norman was held captive. They needed to come up with an alternative route. So, following the German Army, Protective Police. Kibitz was 501-9877, correct? This is Kibitz. 501-9877. And he worked as a driver. Then we have Schickert 518-6332. 518-6332. 3-year citizen school, 2 years trade school, locksmith apprentice, military training. And then we have 401-3482. 401-3482. Elementary school, tailorship apprentice, married 2 children, son fell in Russia, no criminal record. And then the 401 is the Walter P. 38 9mm. 9877 is an 8mm, and 518 is 7.6mm Browning. So this is the only one that could match. Unless, who is this? Caliber. No, it was like Browning, they said. Yeah, and I don't know what any of this means. So, 3482 is the group leader. 6332 is military trained. 877 is driver for the district leader, which adds up. This is Faltman's signature stating that Jan was detained. Well, this was January. Oh, that's the date of birth. Okay. And the name in the case of Jan Neumann, arrested on April 28th, currently NSDAP's district office custody. For his involvement in treasonous activities, the prisoner is to be immediately executed as a traitor to the German nation. Prisoner Jan Neumann was recognized as the perpetrator of an organized operation deliberately aimed at weakening the people's resistance against the invading forces. This is to, okay, concerning the incident with base manager L. Stieg, the suspect was arrested by the Gestapo on the 5th of January. All ranks that he held in the local group are revoked. He's not allowed to join a party and is serving prison sentence. The base manager arrest was made possible thanks to the righteous denunciation by his direct superior, whose loyalty to the race and its people should be commended. The loyalty. It's tough. I was at home with two uniformed men showing up at the door. One was small and wore glasses. The other was a bit taller and bigger. He had a badge with 2 golden stripes on his collar. They pointed a gun at me and asked for my husband. He came to the door. The smaller man searched the apartment. Then they insisted Hans come to them for interrogations. The smaller man grabbed him and said, "Don't worry, miss. Once your son turns himself in, your husband is free to go." They pushed him out the door. I never saw him again. Did you try to find out? Yeah, my son Jan and I tried to find him, but those last days of the war were such chaos. Only after almost 2 weeks did we get notified that they found his dead body in a forest nearby. Okay, so Mr. Fultman and Mrs. Kibitz. Oh, this is what he states. He stepped out into the hallway where me and Mr. Schickert were standing. The district leader gave the order for execution. Mr. Fultman ordered Mr. Schickert and me to follow him into the cell where he's just, like, that's not true. He would have went with Schwartz. Mr. Fultman saw the victim and refused to go through with the order. He wanted us to wait. But Mr. Schickert insisted that the order of a higher-ranking member must be followed. He threatened Mr. Fultman to report him to the Gestapo. Mr. Schickert carried out the order and shot Mr. Noman, ignoring Mr. Fultman's command to stop. I was in the hallway with Mr. Kibitz. Mr. Fultman and Mr. Schwartz stepped out into the office. The district leader ordered us to shoot the prisoner. Mr. Fultman asked me to follow him to the cell, while Mr. Schwartz returned to his office together with Mr. Kibitz. That's true. Mr. Fultman told me to shoot the suspect, but the man was clearly innocent. I refused to execute him. When I resisted, Mr. Fultman threatened me with the Gestapo. I left the cell, wanting nothing to do with this. In the hallway, I ran into Mr. Kibitz, who passed me and entered the cell. Then I heard the gunshot. He shot the man. That is not true. Mr. Schwartz and me were in the office and stepped out in the hallway where Mr. Kibitz and Mr. Schickert waited. Mr. Schwartz gave the order for execution. Mr. Kibitz, Mr. Schickert, and I walked to the cellar compartment where the suspect was held captive. The district leader went back to his office. Inside the cell, Mr. Schickert insisted on punishing treason and to go through with execution. Mr. Schickert threatened to report us to the Gestapo if we did not obey the order. I left to convince the district leader of the suspect's innocence and told Mr. Schickert to stop. Walking down the hallway, I heard a gunshot. Mr. Schickert shot the victim. Mr. Kibitz confirmed it. I don't know. I feel like Fultman by the end was in the hallway. Schickert killed him in the cell alone. But Fultman needed a witness, and so he convinced Kibitz to lie so that his statement at least had merit. Because Schickert's saying he left the compartment into the hallway. I think it was him. So this is the turn of events. He gives the order. No, they go out into the hallway, and he gives the order. And then, wait, why are you not going into the office? Oh. Okay. He gives the order. Everyone's out in the hallway. Then Schwartz and Kibitz go in. Fultman and Schickert go into the cell. And that's when Fultman defies the order, but Schickert threatens him. And so as Fultman leaves into the hallway, Schickert shoots him. And that's when Schwartz has to lie, essentially. Or Schwartz, Fultman has to lie and say they did what they needed to do. And that's why he signed the document as it was. Because he was loyal, and if it was found out that Schwartz gave the execution order, but it wasn't the actual, like, he wasn't actually the suspect or whatever, then Schwartz would have been the one in trouble. I think that makes sense. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna hope so. I'm gonna save for anything. And we're gonna see if my deduction was
Miss Katz,
correct.
are you finished with the case?
Remind me, why do we need to get it done today?
In short, because we're running out of time. The statute of limitation is about to go out. The last of our cases are from 1945. In 2 years, we won't be able to prosecute most of them. And there are so many of them that with the manpower we have, we need to keep tight deadlines. If a case
see.
takes too long to prepare, we must move on to others.
Got it.
I believe I'm done, yes.
Right. I'll start writing the indictment then. I hope we can get some justice here.
Me
Shall
too.
we go to court then?
Not yet.
On second thought, maybe I need some more time.
I won't be leaving for a while yet, so there's still time if you want to make some last-minute changes.
Let me make sure I talk to everyone.
Miss Katz, welcome.
Saved yet again.
Tell me, have you by any chance seen a brown folder somewhere around? Old, dirty thing? Has my name on it? Big coffee stain on the back?
Lost it?
Did you lose it?
Wouldn't necessarily say lost. I just misplaced it temporarily.
Right.
Happens way too often. If I'm to be honest, at least once every 2 weeks. And that's at the best of times.
Is something important in it?
Yes, and no. It's stupid. It's just one of Wolfgang's drawings. Terrible, like all of them. But, you know.
Who's Wolfgang?
My son. He's 6.
Aww.
Will be 6. In January.
A drawing?
It's awful. Supposed to be me. Drawn Papa to her Papa at work.
Aww.
And he probably want it back. I really need that folder.
Sorry, I didn't see anything like it.
Just keep an eye out for it, if you would.
Yeah, no problem.
Wolfgang will really want his drawing back.
Of course.
Thank you. So, anything I can do for you?
Were you ever sent any death threats?
Taking out the big guns, I see. I'm proud to say that, yes, quite a few.
Okay.
You're proud of being threatened?
Of course I am. Just think. All those people out there, pretending nothing happened. Our work gets them furious enough to send literal death threats. If that doesn't prove we're doing something right, I don't know what does.
Okay.
You might have a point there.
If you don't have any enemies, you've never stood up for anything in your life.
True.
Churchill might have paraphrased him a little.
I just got one this morning.
I had no idea. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, I suppose. Are these letters common?
Not in most cases. Didn't get a single one back in Hamburg. But here, I can't remember a week without at least one.
Damn.
And how do you deal with them?
It might sound a little weird, but I collect them. They're my war trophies, in a way.
You're
Right.
interesting.
Thank you. I think that's all for now.
Don't be a stranger.
Oh, okay. What about...
The door is locked.
Okay, let me go talk to Peters.
Cuts.
Peters, were you ever sent any threat letters?
What?
Threat letters. Letters with threats? Say,
No, yes. I mean, I'm not an idiot. And yes, of course I have. Why?
I just got one.
Did you know?
Yes, I did. Seriously, Peters, why would I lie about something like that?
I can think of several reasons,
Bitch.
but it doesn't matter. I'm sorry, Cuts. And I'm afraid you'll have to get used to them, if that's even possible.
How common are they?
Very. Once these bastards have your name, they start sending them en masse. Mostly anonymous, as you could expect from these damned cowards. Paula filters through those, but quite a few still get through her.
How do you deal with them?
Poorly. I keep them. Every single one.
Damn, everyone
Dated,
keeps these things.
referenced, and safe. More
Okay.
proof if the cretins try anything.
How many did you get, more or less?
37.
Oh, you've
Yes,
counted.
I keep count.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I've ever heard you talking like this. They must really bother you.
They're death threats.
Yeah.
People, honest to God,
I'd be surprised if
wanting
they
me
didn't.
to die and describing the process very vividly.
Yeah.
Very.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. That's all.
Okay, let me go check the archive. Because I really haven't gone through that. Oops. Any of these names mean anything to me? I already had her name down. None of these. Would these mean anything to me? Ow. I mean, I haven't really interacted with them. Like, if I open this. Okay. No. Bauer. This is probably for like future stuff, but it means nothing to me right now. Okay. Oh, God. Pink triangle. No. No. Oops. This means nothing to me. Nothing. Oops. Nothing. Friedrich, no. By mistake. No. No. Nope. Oh, I just opened that one. Okay, I guess none of these are relevant to me. Okay. Oh,
It's really freezing in here, and the heater does not seem to be running. Need to remember to bring an extra sweater as soon as I have any work done here.
okay.
What a mess.
True. I guess that's it. I guess I kind of just have to go with my gut.
Last month's Motortrends and a Birgit from last year. Wouldn't be my first reading choice, but with how long you have to wait for a prosecutor.
True. What is this? Petition of support. What is all this? It's not in like alphabetical order either. These names meant to mean something to me. Oh, I picked it up. Oh my god. It's gone.
Miss Katz, are you finished with the case?
I believe I'm done, yes.
Right.
Okay.
I'll start writing the indictment then. I hope we can get some justice here. Shall we go to court then?
Let's go.
Let's go to court.
Alright, we save here. And now we go where we need to go, which I'm assuming is out the door. Whee! I feel like there's like a snippet of information I need that I'm missing. But I guess we'll find out. Ooh. And the guilt.
Order. Court is in session. In the case of the German people against members of NSDAP local group Munich, the defendants stand accused of the murder of Hans Naumann. Judge Ernst Braun presiding, with counsel Esther Katz speaking for the prosecution. Counsel Rudolf Scham representing the defendants Kiebitz and Faltmann. And counsel Sigmund Hauptner representing the defendant Schickert. How do you plead?
Innocent.
It's not guilty.
Not guilty then.
Not guilty, of course. This whole investigation is a farce.
Not guilty, Mr. Chairman.
I call on the prosecution. Miss Katz,
That's me.
it's time to present your theory.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. His name was Hans Naumann. He was 77, retired. Innocent. He had a wife, Mrs. Ludmilla Naumann, whose testimony you've heard today. Together, they lived in a small house in the suburbs of Munich. A simple small family, like so many others. They had an adult son, Jan. He was staying with them at the time. He wanted to help them around the house. At least till the end of the war, he'd say. On that morning, none of them could know that in only 2 days, their nightmare would be over. 2 days. 48 hours. That is, if not for the accused. Mr. Chairman, on April 28th, Hans Naumann was shot dead. Taken from his house under false pretenses, he was brought to the temporary location of the district office. He was locked in a brewery cellar, a damp storage room adapted into a makeshift cell. That's where, shortly later, he would be killed.
Okay.
His execution was ordered by Herbert Schwarz, the district leader for the city of Munich. As the senior member of the NSDAP involved in the crime, he bears the main responsibility for Mr. Naumann's death. Mr. Schwarz is unfortunately deceased and as such cannot be tried. This does not, however, absolve his subordinates of their culpability.
Thank you, Miss Katz. Does the defense have anything to add?
This is awesome.
No, Mr. Chairman. We agree with the version presented by the prosecution.
See, it was all Schwarz.
That's right, we were just following his orders.
Silence. Mr. Sham, please remind your defendants of the appropriate behavior in court.
True.
Let the record show that the prosecution and defense are in agreement.
Okay.
Let's proceed. Miss Scutts?
Okay. Oh god, I'm worried about this one. Okay.
The defendants Faltman and Schickert went to the prisoner's cell.
Objection. As per Mr. Kiebitz's and Mr. Faltman's testimony, both of them went to the cell together with Mr. Schickert.
Miss Scutts, can you present any evidence?
Certainly.
Wait, what is that? Not available. Selection of documents are not available with these difficulty settings. Review and edit your prepared conclusion or create a new one. Wait, why is it not available? Conclusion required in the difficulty section. Wait, what? Oh. Okay, okay. So the statement from Schwartz. This is something I want to add in. I want to add in the record of him being a driver, and then this. Oh, please be okay.
One suspect whose account we have not heard remains, Mr. Schwartz.
The account of a corpse. What a mumbo-jumbo.
Mr. Faltman, please refrain yourself from commenting.
Yes, Mr. Schwartz is dead, but he wasn't during the original investigation. In 1947, he testified that at the time of the execution, he was in his office together with his driver, Mr. Kiebitz. At the time, he was in no danger, as opposed to the defendants today. There is no reason to believe he lied.
Miss Scutts, you've proven your point.
Yay!
Objection overruled. Please continue, Miss Scutts.
Yay! Okay. Then Faltman resisted.
Having seen the victim, Mr. Faltman began to question the order. As we learned from the testimonies, Mr. Norman's age and physical frailty were evident. How could this be the man? How could he be guilty? The defendants had arrested him for tearing down a flag from its flagpole and beating up an officer. A tall flagpole, a young officer. Mr. Faltman concluded the man to be innocent. He refused to shoot.
Objection. This theory of the prosecution runs contrary to Mr. Schickert's testimony. He was the one to refuse the order.
Miss Scutts, if you have any proof...
Gladly, Mr. Chairman.
Oh god. Okay. This one I'm not as sure on, but ugh, god, okay. Oh god. The testimonies won't mean much. Was I wrong? The only thing is like... Wait. I should take a look into dismissals for insubordination. I should take a look into dismissals For insubordination. What does that mean? What does that mean? What is this? In the above mentioned proceedings, we made the following decision. What is... Hold on, I'm looking up what insubordination means because, guys, I'm dumb. Insubordination. Defiance of authority, refusal to obey orders. Huh? Is that true? Is there anything that I have that even states that about him? No criminal record except for begging. All he has is military training. It doesn't say no criminal record, though. I can't... I don't know. I don't know what to use here. Maybe that? Deserted. The only thing I can think of is the this thing. No, not this thing. This thing. Was arrested by the Gestapo. This one. No, maybe not this one. Because this one I feel like would be the next step. Oh my god, this is hard. I don't know which ones to use here. I'm wondering if I'm wrong. Ugh. Can I go back? Can I go back? Let me go back. If you don't know how to prove your claim, you might as well withdraw it. Fuck. Review and edit your conclusion. Okay, wait. Review and edit your prepared conclusion or create a new one. I should take a look into dismissals for insubordination. Do I have anything like that, though? I don't think I do. For a dismissal? A dismissal of insubordination. Let me look up what that means specifically. Insubordination is the willful intention defiance of clear, lawful, and reasonable employer instructions, which can justify dismissal if severe or repeated. Repeated misconduct after warning or severe destructive defiance. So, what was the first thing I put in here? Oh, it's gone. Fuck. This thing. I don't think there was anything in here. No. What was this? They aren't police though, so this wouldn't matter. Background. This would be important, I guess. To intertwine with, while state and regional governments were not outright dissolved, their significance and authority were heavily diminished in favor of the regional associations of the NSDAP. At the head of the Gauss to Gauleiter, appointed directly by Hitler, responsible for coordinating all party-related activities. To facilitate those goals, the authority often overlapped and overruled that of local officials. This authority extended to the party members that were part of its office or its subdivisions, district, local groups, cells, and blocks. No, I don't think any of that is important. Pick her husband up. He had been considered missing ever since. I seriously don't know. Who bets the hostile power during a war against Reich will be sentenced to death. An act may be punished only if it was punishable by law before the act was committed. It's not possible to carry out further investigation into this case. No. Official order. Any attempt at insubordination will be met with immediate removal from all public positions and expulsions from the party. The name of Journey will not be tarnished. Trust in your confidence, your absolute allegiance, and discipline. Oh, God. I remember my esteemed colleague, group leader, local tasked with catching the criminal, came to my office. He told me they got the traitor and gave his report from the arrest so I could issue the official documents. think it might have been... I think it might be Fultman, or not Fultman, Schickert that refused, and I'm just stupid. Yeah, I think it might be Schickert. Alfred Fultman. He told me they got the traitor and gave his report. And then... Oh, God. What documents do I have out? The testimony by his wife. Schwartz's conversation. I'm proving that, like, I don't know, they look like this, I guess. I guess? Maybe then I do the which one is it in? This. The detention report. So maybe I should withdraw my statement. Okay, I'm just gonna combine this. This is wrong.
I don't see how this serves an objection sustained. Let the record show that, Miss Katz, if you would.
Okay, I wanna go back. I wanna go back. I wanna go back. Take me back. Take me back.
With the doubts voiced, threats were soon to follow. Threats by Mr. Feldman.
But, Mr. Chairman, I must object.
Every time, Mr. Shah?
I apologize, Mr. Chairman, but I can't believe what I'm hearing. Feldman. Are we now to believe that he first resisted the order and then made threats to enforce it?
I changed it.
No. The prosecution's theory disregards the credible testimony of Mr. Feldman.
How do I go back? Okay, load game. Yes. I want to change it.
It's time.
Miss Katz, it's
Thank you, Miss. He had up together. He hadn't. He won on that too. That is, Mr. Chan. On April taken, he was locked. That's what.
Okay. We're back here. Let's try this again.
As the seat, Mr. Schwartz. This does not.
Thank you.
No, Mr. Ch
See.
Let's proceed.
The defendant.
Miss Katz.
Certainly.
Okay, I can do this. So, the things that I presented were his statement, the suspect profile, and the burnt up document. Boom. Combine.
One suspect.
Mr. Feldman, please read.
Yes, Mr. Schwartz is in 19 at the time.
Miss Katz, you please continue, okay. Miss Katz.
Now, I'm gonna try this. Schickert's gonna defy the order. The main thing is the gun. The gun is what I'm most confused about. Because the gun that was used is Schickert's. The only thing I can assume is that Fultman took the gun. It's the only thing I can think of. Because Kibitz is very loyal, so he would lie on his behalf. I'm just wondering why Schickard didn't mention that his gun would have been stolen. And instead says that Kibitz killed and not Faltman. Why would Kibitz have killed? That makes no sense. We're just gonna go with this for a sec.
Having seen the victim, Mr. Schickard began to question the order. As we learned from the testimonies, Mr. Norman's age and physical frailty were evident. How could this be the man? How could he be guilty? The defendants had arrested him for tearing down a flag from its flagpole and beating up an officer. A tall flagpole, a young officer. Mr. Schickard concluded the man to be innocent. He refused to shoot.
Objection, Mr. Chairman. As both Mr. Kibitz and Mr. Faltman testified, the one to question the order was Mr. Faltman. He had doubted its validity and attempted to stop the execution. Regretfully, he was unsuccessful.
Miss Katz, if...
Gladly, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, so here's the evidence that I had. There was the statement from Schwartz. He told me they got the traitor. Then there was the what is it? The detention report that he wrote saying that they got the guy. And then there was the statement from Ludmila saying that he was there to have arrested them.
I'm not sure I follow your reasoning here. Is there anything else you can provide?
Proof rejected. There was an official order on how to deal with insubordinations. There was? They're talking about this? Anyone who propagates or approves of any measures that would weaken our resistance against the enemy is a traitor and must be shot. All Germans are called upon to fight against the traitors in our own country. Any who propagates or approves of any measures that would weaken our resistance against the enemy is traitor and must be shot. I don't really know what this has anything to do with. Huh?
I remain unconvinced.
Oh my god. One of the suspects was removed from the party at some point. Wait, really? When? Do I have that info? They were removed from the party. Girl, when? This was March 13th. Hold on. Hold the flippin' phone. Oh, these are testimonies. I don't want that. What? It was a base manager, a local group leader. Are they talking about his demotion?
I can give you one more.
I'm so confused. The date of the removal can be connected to the date of the murder. Oh. May 10th. On May 10th, a dead body was reported. And then this was on the 20th of March. This is the 21st of March. Oh, this is 2 years later, though. When did the murder happen? Oh, it does state it here. She had observed 2 men pick up her husband on the 28th. On April 28th. And from the 29th onwards, he became a head official, which is better than a local group leader, right? It's not a dismissal, though. So then, hold on. Local group leader. Oh. He was dismissed? Wait, so was I right the first time? I should take a look in dismissals. He was dismissed after that because he refused.
A day after Hans Naumann was shot, Mr. Schickert was removed from his station and expelled from the NSDAP. A punishment that follows to the letter the consequences for insubordination.
Oh my god, I'm so stupid.
Indeed. Mr. Sham, your objection is overruled. Miss Katz, if you would.
Oh my god, okay. So then you would have threatened the Gestapo.
With the doubts voiced, threats were soon to follow. Threats by Mr. Feldman. He wasn't going to allow for this sort of insubordination. An order was an order. If his co-defendants continued to object, he would report them. And not just to Mr. Schwarz, to the Gestapo. I trust the implications of such a report are clear.
Objection.
Every time, Mr. Sham?
We cannot truly be sure any threats were actually made. I can assure you, my client never cooperated with the Gestapo.
I have proof that's not true.
Exactly. The Gestapo were a bunch of sneaky sadists. Psychopaths. I've never had anything to do with those monsters.
Silence, Mr. Feldman. Silence. Miss Guts, can you...
Certainly.
I have proof. I should investigate previous denunciations. Yes, I have that. Boom. Submit. And then probably his profile, because he was a local group leader at the time. He was a base manager. And I should state the backgrounds. Yes. Boom.
Ludwig Steg was another member of the defendant's local group. Only 3 months before the events of this case, he was arrested by the Gestapo. While the acts and fate of Mr. Steg are of themselves of no direct connection to this case, I'd like to bring your attention to the beginning of the final paragraph. Mr. Steg was denounced by his direct superior. And who would that be? His local group leader, Alfred Feldman. Mr. Feldman may claim he had nothing to do with the Gestapo, but it's a lie.
Thank you, Miss Guts.
Yay!
Objection overruled. Miss Guts, proceed to your next point.
We've established the cause of the crime up to its final moment. Only one question remains, the most important one. Who shot? Who killed Hans Naumann?
I think it was Schickert. The gun is the only proof I have.
Defendant Karl Schickert. He might have followed orders. He might or might not have resisted. He might have been coerced. But in the end, the truth remains the same. Karl Schickert shot and killed the victim.
I must object, Mr. Chairman.
Let's hear it.
Mr. Schickert maintains he's innocent, that Mr. Kiebitz, and not him, was the one to shoot the victim. 2 witnesses might agree, but that can hardly be considered enough to prove a man guilty, especially considering the seriousness of the crime.
Miss Guts, if...
Certainly, Mr. Chairman.
I got this. The gun. So, we have... the gun report. The... boom. And... boom.
Mr. Naumann's wound was identified as resulting from a 7.65 Browning caliber. Only one of the defendants had a weapon with that caliber. An FN Browning model 1900 was given to the party member number 5186332, the defendant Karl Schickert.
Very well. I consider your claims proven. The prosecution presents a solid case. Before we proceed, Miss Guts, Mr. Sham, is there anything else you'd like to bring to this court's attention?
Is there? Girl. No. Is there? I'm thinking. I think I presented my case pretty well.
Not on the prosecution side, Mr. Chairman.
No, Mr. Chairman.
Nothing from the defense.
Very well, then. Having considered the testimonies presented today, as well as the prosecution's evidence, This court has reached the following verdict. Defendant Karl Schickert, born January 3rd, 1912, resident of Mauergasse 4 in Munich. This court finds the defendant guilty of being accessory to the manslaughter of Hans Naumann. While we believe he did shoot Mr. Naumann, the prosecution has proven he was forced to do so. The prosecution proved you were acting on district leader Herbert Schwarz's official orders. The court considered these mitigating circumstances in this verdict. You are hereby sentenced to 4 years in prison. Defendant
That's
Alfred
all.
Feldman, born June 29th, 1889, resident of Löwenweg 11, Munich. This court finds the defendant guilty of being accessory to manslaughter, coercion, and perjury. We are convinced that he bears partial guilt in the shooting of the victim. Furthermore, he lied under oath.
True.
Mr. Feldman, you are hereby sentenced to 8 years
That's
in
it?
prison. Lastly, defendant Hermann Kiebitz, born August 8, 1905, resident of Schweigerweg 12, Hagelstadt, Munich. This court finds the defendant guilty of perjury. He lied under oath to, it can be assumed, cover for his superior. Mr. Kiebitz, we sentence you to 1 year in prison. The sentence is suspended for 2 years. With that, the cost of this trial will be covered by the defendants. Court adjourned.
Reach an almost perfect verdict. Prove the true course of the crime to reach a perfect verdict by day. Oh, okay. Almost perfect. What did I mess up? Oh. I did have to show like 50 things of evidence because I messed up. So yeah, that's fair. Justice for honest victim. Prosecution proved right on all counts. Accessory to manslaughter, coercion, and perjury. The real case summary contains spoilers for the solution of the case in the game. If you want to play the case again to get a better rating, we recommend not reading the summary yet. I'll read it. Local group leader Alfred Feltman gathered a total of 6 men to arrest insurgents of the campaign to liberate Bavaria. Failing to find the perpetrators, they arrested Hans Naumann, the father of one of the suspects, instead. Feltman falsely reported to his superior, district leader Herbert Schwartz, that the arrested man was in fact one of the perpetrators. Schwartz then gave the order to execute the prisoner, believing that he was the wanted insurgent. One of the group members testified in court that they all knew the victim's innocence. He refused to take part in the execution and left the scene of the crime. Threatening his remaining subordinates, Feltman enforced the execution order. Wait. One of the group members testified in court they all knew. He refused to take part in the execution and left the scene. Okay. Karl Schickert who also resisted briefly, but then gave in to the threats, and a second group member who did not hesitate at all shot the victim simultaneously. In 1948, Feltman, Schickert, and the second shooter stood trial for murder before the Munich Higher Regional Court. Feltman, in particular, denies ever having known of the victim's innocence or being present at the shooting. Alfred Feltman was found guilty of knowingly arresting an innocent hostage, lying to his superiors to issue the execution, and being present at and enforcing the shooting. He was sentenced to 15 years in prison for manslaughter. The co-defendant and actual shooters were found guilty of aiding and abetting in manslaughter. They were sentenced to 4 and 5 years in prison, respectively. It remains doubtful if they ever had to serve their time. In 1949 and then subsequently in 1954, the Federal Republic of Germany enacted wide-reaching amnesty laws, freeing many members and associates of the Wehrmacht and the NSDAP itself. Among them were the perpetrators of so-called final phase crimes such as this one. All names used in the game have been changed. Similarities with real persons bearing these names are purely coincidental, but this story remains true and is one of many. Wow. The number of steps of your theory you were able to prove at court. Your interrogation skills based on whether you interrupted witnesses in the right moment and came across additional information. Your investigation skills are based on how you searched the witnesses' imaginations and came across additional information.
The Naumann case. It could seem so small, forgettable. One might almost say insignificant. What is another execution? What is the death of yet another old man? With all that happened, does it even truly matter? They must have thought so themselves. Kibitz, Faltmann, Schickert. If they thought of it at all. Men like Faltmann don't believe they can be punished. They don't think they should be. All were surprised at his silence when the verdict was pronounced. Him, possibly, most of all. He offered no resistance, no counter, no boisterous denial. For possibly the first time in his life, Alfred Faltmann didn't know what to say. Schickert was raving as they brought him out of the courtroom. So what if he pulled the trigger, he yelled. He followed orders. He just followed orders. What makes a man lie? Friendship, loyalty, fear. Kibitz wasn't involved in the execution. He could have walked free, pretending his conscience was clear. Could. A funny word. He could have said no. He could have stopped it. All. They all could. Instead, they chose to follow orders. Just follow orders. Everybody just followed orders. Miss Naumann cried at the verdict. She thanked us. She even tried to smile. I wouldn't say it ended there for her. I don't think it ever did. And as for our Miss Cutts, the case was her victory. And it did bring her the recognition she deserved. But with recognition also comes attention. But that's a story for another day.
All right. We've made it to part 2. Fourth of April. It's my memories. Oh, is that my brother?
10, 9, 8, 7.
Oh, is this how he dies?
2, 1, 0. Ready or not, here I come.
I'm gonna find you. Are you under here?
Where could you be? Maybe under the table?
No, that's not you.
Are you behind here? Even colder. No fair. It has to be warm somewhere. How about in the wardrobe? You are so bad at this, Esther. Stop! It's not fun. Where are you? Lottie, where? Oh, right.
Oh. Oh. All right. I think we are going to call it there. I totally didn't fuck up that whole last interaction, or not interaction, investigation. But we came to a conclusion in the end. It wasn't completely accurate, but I think it was well done-ish. But yeah, we're going to end it there. I do have to head out in a bit, so I wasn't going to be doing a long stream today. But yeah, next time we will continue into chapter 2. Ooh. All right, well, oh, and let me switch that off. Thank you for tuning into the stream. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you guys in the next one, where we will be doing chapter 2. Bye bye.